Bo, other side, right here. Are these, fighting at MSG, debuting at UFC 300, fighting at the White House? In your mind, I imagine this is how you would want your career to be going at this point. But I guess when you reflect, do you feel like you're ahead of schedule in terms of your MMA career, or is this just kind of right where you always knew you'd be?
I wouldn't really say that I've had a schedule, but I feel like I'm grateful for all the opportunities that I've been given to compete at big events and in exciting places. So, this is definitely the biggest and most exciting that I've been a part of, and overall just feeling really grateful for the opportunity, and yeah, it's a blessing, so want to make the most of it. And
to kind of go off of that, feeling like this is the most exciting moment that's happened, how do you kind of put that aside in preparation, or do you put that aside and you kind of want to live in this moment?
I mean, for me, every day is just trying to improve and get better, and I'm, again, grateful, and I love what I do, so, big moments like this are part of that, and I feel like my whole life and whole career, there have been, big moments, and they always continue to get bigger and more exciting, and this is another one of those. So, yeah, just grateful, and I don't really try to minimize it or diminish it at all. It's something that, it's exciting overall. I'm just pumped about it. I think when the bigger the moment, the better I'm going to perform. So, looking forward to it on Sunday.
And I'm sure you've been asked this before, but when they announced this event, everyone kind of assumed it would be you, Michael Chandler, would be these guys that would be on this card. Did you expect to get that call, or did you kind of find out like we all did when they announced it?
No, I knew right away. I mean, after my last fight, walked out of the cage, and they were like, White House next. So I pretty much knew for 7 months. Yeah, trained accordingly. So spent a lot of time in preparation, and I'm ready to go.
And what do you make of Kyle as an opponent? Obviously, he's been in the UFC, left the UFC, came back, so he's kind of had this up-and-down career. But just overall, what do you make of him as an opponent?
Yeah, it says a lot to be able to, make it back into the UFC after being cut. And so, he's a tough guy. He's got a lot of good skills. But, yeah, looking forward to going out and putting on a dominant performance on Sunday. And
then just last one for me, I have to ask, what do you think of Colby announcing his retirement from MMA?
Yeah, crazy that he would rather he doesn't want to fight me so bad that he ended his entire career. So, probably a smart move on his part.
Kyle, over here to your right. Obviously, we mentioned that Kyle Daukaus was in the UFC before he got cut, made his way back. So I'm not sure if you got to study him before he was cut. What do you notice? What did he improve on the most since his return to the UFC?
It's hard to say exactly what he's improved on. I think that his first run in the UFC, he maybe looked a little tentative, but he was also fighting much better guys. I mean, he won a lot of fights on the regional scene against guys that are 7-4 and, records that really aren't great. And so I don't really think that he's beaten a lot of high-level guys. His last 2 fights, he beat tougher guys that are veterans, but it was also very quick. So, since he's been back, he's only spent a couple minutes in the octagon. And, yeah, I mean, I feel like I don't really care what he's doing. I'm ready to go. So I'm focused on myself.
Hey, Bo, right here. Right over here on your right.
Got you.
For those of us who have never won a national championship, what goes into a White House visit, and what did they tell you about, hey, the president is coming out, act this way sort of deal?
Yeah, my White House visit was pretty unique. So we came in as wrestlers. There was every other sport there, and president kind of went through and said hello to all the teams and took a picture with them. And when he got to us, he was all excited because he likes wrestlers. And so he talked to us for probably 10, 15 minutes, and we were just chatting. And his Secret Service and the security kept trying to usher him to the next team, and he didn't want to leave. He wanted to hang out with us, which was really cool. And then afterwards, as he was about to leave, he invited us back to the Oval Office. So we got to go back to the Oval Office, and it was a really special experience. So that was my first experience with President Trump, and it was really cool. I told him at that time in 2019 that I was going to fight in the UFC, and he asked if I needed an agent. And I said, I think you're a little busy, but he's put in a good word for me, obviously getting on this card. So pumped to perform in front of him again.
You mentioned that. Would you say it is more relieving or more pressure because of all the fighters, you're the one who's interacted with him the most on the card?
I don't know. I mean, our relationship has been unique. It's been something that's very, I've appreciated it a lot because obviously as somebody who is as powerful and busy and, doing all the things that he's doing, he does take time out of his day to, give me a call once in a while. Been golfing with him a couple of times, and it's surreal to be able to do that. I grew up in a town of 5,000 people in Wyoming, and to be able to golf with the president and hang out with him is unbelievable. And so I'm just really grateful, and I really just appreciate how genuine and authentic he is all the time. The way he acts in the media and all the videos that I've seen is the same way he acts when he's around me, and it's really cool to spend time with him. So overall, I'm just pumped to be able to be part of this event, and it's really cool.
Quick fun one. If you were president, would you want your birthday to be a national holiday, or would you want your face on one of the coins?
What was the last part? Sorry.
Either your birthday is a holiday or your face is on one of the coins.
Give me the coin. Give me a nickel. Right? Makes sense.
Love it.
Hey, Bo. Where would you say your relationship stands with the fans right now? Do you consider yourself as the heel guy still? Or, because we saw, I think it was after the last fight, you gave everybody the double bird. Do you still have that attitude, or do you know which people have been with you from day one? Where do you stand?
I mean, of course I know who's with me and everything, but I guess from the fans' perspective, it'd be a better question for you. What do you think? You're in the media. You're probably more aware and in touch with it than me. What do you think?
I feel like MMA Twitter is pretty hard on you.
You think they're hard on me?
Yeah.
That's good. I like it. I'll hopefully stand up to heavy scrutiny, so all good.
Josh Hokett's kind of been everywhere recently. You've seen his credentials in wrestling. Where would his wrestling and everything stand up to the fight that he wants with Alex Pereira?
Oh, how would his wrestling do against Pereira? I mean, he's pretty good. I mean, he's an NCAA All-American, super tough dude. Competed at a high level in wrestling, also in football, so he's a real legit athlete. I mean, not a super experienced guy in MMA. Doesn't have a ton of fights. So him against Pereira, I think it'd be an interesting fight. I think if they both win, then that's the matchup to make. It'd be interesting to me.
Bo, oftentimes we hear fighters say no matter how big a stage gets, it's just you two people locked in an octagon getting ready to fight. There are actually elements this time, weather and heat, humidity, potentially even bugs, like that sort of thing. How different does that make it, and how do you prepare for something like that?
Yeah, well, training outside, down at American Top Team, we actually, captured a bunch of mosquitoes, put them into the training sessions, in the gym with us, so we're used to that. But, I don't know. I think that for me, again, as you mentioned, you're focused on the fight and what you can do and what you can control. Can't control the weather, can't control the bugs or anything like that. So, I'm just focused on what I can do best, and I'm just going to go out there and have fun. I think the outside element makes it a little more intense, a little more fun, and so I'm just going to try to enjoy that.
Just to clarify, you're being serious about that?
Of course, yeah, definitely.
Whose responsibility was capturing the mosquitoes?
Who was catching them? I don't know. They got pros, I guess, out there that's what they do for a living.
Thanks, man.
Bo over here. Another American, Sean Strickland, he went and captured the middleweight title, beating the undefeated Hamzat. What did you think of that fight, and did your opinion on Hamzat's fight style change since that fight?
I mean, I was surprised he pulled guard. I don't think anybody expected that. It was an interesting strategy. But, it was a good fight. I mean, those guys are two of the best in the world, so I felt like it was a super close fight, super highly contested. They obviously have a lot of history. But, I don't know. I guess for me, I'm, again, focused on myself and hopefully be up there in contention with those guys very soon.
Hi, Bo. Down here. If you get past Kyle this weekend and the UFC comes to you with Khamzat Chimaev as your next opponent. Is that something you would accept?
Absolutely.
Yeah, quick, couple things. One, how competitive is the president when he plays golf? And then secondly, it feels like a lot of guys really were fighting to get onto this card. Like this mattered more than Madison Square Garden or Vegas or any of the other places. Why is that?
I mean, to answer your first question, the president's super competitive. I think he expects to win regardless of what he's doing, whether it's in golf, in politics, in business. He's a guy that just expects to win and has won a lot. So, yeah, fun to be around and kind of witness. And then on to your second question, I would say that, yeah, of course everybody wants to be on this card. It's a massive opportunity, and it's going to be probably the most viewed MMA event, UFC event in history of the sport, and yeah, more attention on you than anywhere else. And it's just an honor to be able to compete in, the nation's capital. And I feel like, for me, it's just something that I look at with a lot of gratitude and appreciation. To even be considered for something like this is very special. So I try to, come at it humbly, and I feel like all my preparation has been in humility of, making the most of this opportunity, because I'm just really grateful for it.
Bo, did you grow the beard back out because you were being mistaken for Kyle Daukaus, or?
I was getting mistaken for a lot of people's CPA, so a lot of people were coming to me and asking me if I could, finish their taxes off, and I was like, guys, I don't think you want me doing your taxes, but yeah, it was time to fight, so I'm ready to go.
Okay, thank you.